Let's go. Solid. Liver. Body. 1, 2.
Not. Rejection.
Let's go. Liver. Body. Focus. Body. Focus. Liver.
You move well.
Okay, so apologies. Stream died. My connection randomly got disconnected from my house. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So this is definitely C-Duck. I guess with D-Duck frame data, which is weird. Yeah, no for a fact it's C-Duck. If it is D-Duck, and I'm actually wrong though, you know, let me know. I will admit to being wrong. But they increased the travel distance, so that means he goes further. So what I'm guessing is from furthest back,
Out of stamina.
middle of the pool. He's probably gonna be at about right here now. That's definitely really good. He can definitely cover more. He can definitely cover more ground as a whole with that. That means if that is the distance, I'm guessing that means 1 or 6 B Sonic upper should cover the entire screen. Should go full screen. That's wicked. That's really good. That's really good. He can close the distance really quickly.
What's wrong?
Really good starter and a pretty starter as a whole. Double with the B Sonic upper buff he got. So I definitely do like that ducking buff he got.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
It can also help with certain matchups, zoner matchups specifically come to mind, to increase the invul time and the distance. Yeah. 5A, decrease startup frames and decrease additional proration. So the proration got buffed, which means combo proration will definitely not be as bad after the patch when using 5B or 5A mid combo, and the startup got buffed. So this is 8 frames as is. An 8 frame starter. That's really that's not bad for the normal it is. It's a really good starter as a punish and as a just a regular starter as a whole. So I'm guessing probably reduce it down to 7 frames. That's not bad at all. All things considered, because 4A is +1. So in some situations, like say, let me set Akihiko. Let me give myself Mitsuru, and then give Akihiko. An example like this, Mitsuru has I want to say an 8 frame 5A.
Get ready.
Let me check. An example like this, Mitsuru has I want to say an 8 frame 5A.
Get ready.
Yeah, 8 frame 5A. So that means
my fists are this.
So that means
What's wrong?
4A is +1. That means I should lose.
Entering the ring.
I should lose. But I believe her 2A is 9 frames.
Entering the ring.
So Akihiko's
What's the matter? I'm right here.
Akihiko's 4A is 6 frames here.
Entering the ring.
Well, I'd have to use a character with a move that starts up in 7 frames. I don't think anyone has. No, I'm sure there's some. Narukami has a 7 frame 2A. So perfect example of this, of the strength of this buff right here. I apologize for being really unorganized with this. This is my first time. So Akihiko's 4A is +1. And this 5A is 8 frames, as you can see. Narukami has a 7 frame 2A. I'm correct.
What's wrong?
Let me check.
Stamina.
Checking that soup is hard because some of the frame data is inconsistent. But I should be correct. Yeah, 7 frame 2A. So in this situation with a 5 frame or an 8 frame 5A and ending on +1, if I match Narukami 2A, it should trade.
My fists are
like that. If they reduce the frame data, that means in that situation, no matter what Narukami matches, because his fastest normal is 7 frames, I'm always gonna win. So that's a counter hit 5A eating. That's a really good starter. And he's an A ×3 character. So that's just damage he's eating out the wazoo.
What's wrong? Out of speed.
That's really good. That's a really good buff in my opinion. To 7 frames
out of stamina.
Yeah, that's just all of them really good. Not really much else to say about it. Smart combo, third hit, AAA. That. The C4A auto combo. It's no longer influenced by the combo link. So, this exists outside of combo timer now, is what it's saying. Meaning, in a combo,
not yet.
if I do a really long combo,
You ready for this?
Not yet.
hang on.
Not yet.
So that combo wasn't really prorated enough, but in certain situations, in really long combos, that will act. Mitsurugi is able to drop out.
Stamina.
He's able to drop out of that. It has to do with the range of the combo. Like sometimes, depending on like where it hits, she'll drop out because the combo just whiff, or the proration she'll just drop out because it's too high prorated.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
It exists outside of a combo timer now, meaning it'll always hit basically. Which means I can go. Or just, you know, just end it with season release.
Not yet.
Not really a good ender though. I don't know why you ever use a auto combo ender unless you're like.
Not yet.
To do that, I guess. I don't know. You should never really end with auto combo ender. There is a mix-up someone made off of it though. With the with LR at the switch, it's pretty cool.
I'm right here.
Pretty situational, I'd say. So it's a neat buff, I guess. Not really important though. 4A, they decreased the startup frames. 4A, that's just 4A right
What's
there.
wrong? Out of
Hit
stamina.
Akihiko's 4A is 6 frames. So to decrease the startup frames, they probably made it 5 frames. That's cool because this hits crouchers.
Fine.
It whiffs on crouchers at like and at ranges where 2A will still hit though. But I think a 5 frame normal that doesn't whiff on crouchers in general is just really fucking good. Like that's amazing. On top of the fact that he's plus one after it. I will never not chill the fact that he's plus 1. That means there are now significantly less characters who can challenge Akihiko after that plus 1. To challenge him, you would have to like legit challenge him now and actually come out on top. You would have to have a 4 frame attack. Something that starts up in legitimately 4 frames. Of course you can DP, but like meterless reversals, the only thing that can straight up beat him are like DPs now. Or something that's 4 frames. And I don't think anyone has something that starts up in 4 frames. If there is something that starts up in 4 frames, you know, be my guest, let me know. But off the top of my head, I don't think there's anything that starts up in 4 frames. Outside of like, and even like DPs, like fast DP is 9 frames, but it's invul. So he legit just can't be challenged after that plus 1. That's amazing. If I do 4A, run up 4A, or just 4A, you can't challenge me. You will get guaranteed counter hit. And in other matchups, like say Yukiko, her fastest normal is 7 frames. Now that I have a 7 frame 5A after plus 1, I can just do 5A, and she can't contest me. Mitsuru's fastest normal is Mitsuru is something else. But characters fastest normal is 7 frames. They actually can't contest me now after this. Shout out to Unsafe on Hate for hosting me. He's the homie. Hello, unsafe viewers. If you're on my stream, I'm sorry for the quality. I'm no one important. But yeah, that means he can't get challenged consistently, if at all now. By doing 4A, and in certain matchups, you just can't do shit if he does 4A, 5A, because you're guaranteed gonna get counter hit. If like your fastest normal is like 7 frames, you're going to lose, because that means, yeah, you have to contest with a 6 frame normal in order to outright beat him.
I'm right here.
with a 7-frame 5A. So that's actually really ridiculous, and it can now be rapid fire. So his 2A can be rapid fire. That's rapid fire. He can't do that with 4A. You see me walking back in between, because I'm linking it. I'm not chaining it like 2A. So for it to be rapid fire now, it can be performed at 3 times the same combo, which means that's rapid fire. That's pretty cool. That should in a single, that means he should definitely be able to hit confirm off of 4A now. They just really buffed this already decent normal in my opinion. They buffed it even harder. That's amazing. This is a really good buff overall. That I think a lot of people are going to skim over, because not many people use 4A, and I do implore us to start using it, or at least getting a feel for it and its strong points as a pressure tool to rebeat. Moving on, standing B, kill run. The God King, right? The normal, everyone was like, yo, why they make that his normal? And then they're like, yo, holy shit, this is a fucking normal, right? Right? Bam. Like, I'm just in your face. And it's probably his worst counter hit starter, but the reward is still good. I'm sorry. Because that's just level 5 right there. They increased the range. So this definitely looks like, this is definitely B kill rush.
What's the matter?
Or maybe a mixture between A kill rush and B kill rush. I was never able to properly discern between the two in BBTAG. Shout outs to JDX Impetus, Jiv Daily, hosting me. Thank you, my friend. Definitely mixture between A and B kill rush. They increase the travel distance, so I want to guess if he ends at the end of the puddle, I want to guess around right here. That's definitely 3/4 of the screen covered. And this is, I feel like if they increase the travel distance, they might have to increase the startup too, like might be a stealth nerf. This is 10 frames. That is 10 frames. That's amazing. That's a get back in there 10-frame button that just obliterates. It's not a terrible starter. Because he's off ego, he's just guaranteed like 8K minimum off of like everything. Not really. But that's definitely really fucking amazing. There's just not, I can't beat around the bush with it. Increasing the travel distance is just amazing. It's definitely gonna cover more of the screen in like 10 frames unless they increase the startup of it. And if they don't, that's ridiculous. It actually might be like too good of a buff. But I'm fine with that because it's my character. 2B, one of the best anti-airs. That is an underlying anti-air. It was already one of the best anti-airs in Persona, and it's really good in this game. It's a crouching hurt box. Head and bowl off of from frame 5 or 4, I believe. It might be frame 4 actually. I said 5 on Twitter. It might be frame 4. And if it is, I'll correct myself right now.
I'm right here.
I'll go to frame data. It doesn't say. Oh no, I remember. It was from frame 4. It was from frame 4. Frame 4 through 9 of Head and Bowl. The only problem I have with it is that the recovery, if it whips, you're gonna eat it because the recovery is like really bad. But to compensate, they have increased the hitbox of it, and they increased the active frames. So that means the hitbox is gonna be out way longer now, and the hitbox is bigger. So it's just, honestly, it's just a bigger normal, quite literally, like bigger in terms of length and bigger in terms of actual hitbox. So they really buffed an already really good anti-air. Again, amazing. Not much to say about that. That's really good. He can definitely contest air approaches now more consistently. Probably against undernight characters you would have initially deemed impossible or borderline impossible to anti-air, like Waldstein. You could probably just confidently stuff him out of the air now with that, instead of having to say, I might have to just react DP and then take that risk, bite that bullet, and then probably fuck up and die for it. So that's really good. Okay, JA, they increased the attack level. I don't know the attack level now. I want to say attack level like 2 at best.
You move well.
Yeah, that looks like attack level 2.
You move well. You move
Yeah.
You move
So to
well.
increase the attack
You
level
move
means to
well.
increase the hit stop.
You move well. You
So
move well.
you can probably, that means you probably have
matter?
more
Right
time,
here.
or not hit stop. Or yeah, hit stop. So because of the hit stop, you probably have more time to just react to the attack hitting and then convert off of it.
Jab. Jab.
You move well.
Come on.
Not yet.
Solid.
That's not really that big of a deal. They increased the tech unrecoverable time, so it's the untech time got buffed too.
You move well.
My DualShock battery is dying. I'm gonna find my charger. Sorry, stream. So they increased the untech time on it. So not only do you have more time to confirm off of it from like the hit stop point of view, you now have actual more time to confirm off of it because they're in hit stun longer. That's really good. It's a horizontally okay button for what it is, for what the character is in general. The horizontal hitbox is pretty cool in my opinion, not terrible. It's just not that prevalent a button. JB on the other hand, the god. Look at this. Please stop being mad, chaotic.
Let's go.
See that? JB's a really good button. The hit stun on it is really good. On counter hit, it's untech for eternity.
Not yet.
Literally until the end of time.
Not yet.
Like, that's amazing.
Easy.
Well.
Let's go.
The proration of the first and second hit, so 1, 2, is now constant regardless of the number of hits. That means, if I'm assuming correctly, no matter how prorated your combo, if you hit JB, you'll always get both hits. I don't mean that as in like, you can't do JB loops anymore. I mean like the combo's super high prorated. If you hit JB, they're gonna tech out, they tech out of the first hit, and you miss the second hit. I think that means it's always, the second hit's always going to hit no matter what. In those situations, that's really cool. I guess not really super big. They might tech out at the second hit earlier because of proration, but if not, that means you're guaranteed. If not, that means you're guaranteed JC off of like everything now. JC ended. It's like a assault rifle. If not, that's actually that is something to shake a stick at. Because that means you get assault rifle motif.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's really fucking great. That Oki's like super OD. Well, not really super OD. His Oki game in general is pretty whack, but Assault Life Oki, in my opinion, is actually really cool. So to get guaranteed
Right
JC,
here.
again, hypothetical. I'm speaking in hypothetics. Weird, my controller died. Anyways, next air normal. JC.
Caesar. Caesar.
If you go Persona,
Come on.
the God button, right?
Caesar.
This only change, they decreased the startup.
Caesar.
So the startup button wasn't really terrible.
Caesar.
Well,
Persona. Come on.
that's definitely like 20 plus frames,
Persona.
right?
Let's go.
Or maybe 20 frames exactly, who knows? They decreased the startup.
Persona.
That's not bad. It's not that big of a deal.
Let's go. Caesar.
It's really it's neat, if anything. It's nifty, I guess. Not super amazing, not terrible at all, of course. It's really cool. Not much to say about that. Aside from just, hey, startup frame decrease. Here's where things get good. I'm gonna put Mitsuru off put on standing. I gotta select Mitsuru for this. Any Akiko players watching this might try and kill me for this, but
Get
this
ready.
next portion, you're gonna see my viewpoint on Akiko versus Mitsuru. I'm gonna go off on a tangent there. Anyways, Here we go. Sonic Punch.
What's
This, the god, his best starter.
Focus. Let's go.
Right? You just get guaranteed murder. That's 15.8.
Not yet.
His best starter. They increased the initial proration. I always forget my proration numbers. If they increase proration, I think that's good. And if they decrease it, that's bad. I forget. I always get the two confused. But what's important, they increase the frame advantage. So all of his records are negative on block, right? Right? That's no big deal because the record, if he was plus on block and everything, it'd just be... He'd just be the best character in the game like Star 14.4. So, increase the travel distance, so he goes even further now. So imagine the duck buff coupled with B Sonic upper buff. The travel distance, he can literally close the gap in a moment's notice now off of duck. He can literally go full screen if you're not moving back and like moving the screen with you. If you're stationary,
Not yet.
he's most likely gonna end up in your face. That Sonic upper is probably going to hit and like
What's wrong? Out of stamina.
Let's go. Try harder.
like right there. From full screen. That's amazing. That's really amazing. I love this. I love these travel
What's the
distance
matter?
buffs
I'm right
overall.
here.
He's just moving further, faster, closing the distance. With good moves, with really good moves. Not something super risky. Outside of inherent risk on like doing anything in neutral or in certain matchups. But these are just really good buffs in my opinion so far. Haha. And
What's wrong?
the move
Stamina?
now has body invul during the middle of the action, which I'm assuming is during the actual motion, all that. Maybe not during here. If it did, I'd cry. So zoners, beware, because I can definitely duck, and then if you have like extended actives on like your projectiles, I can just be Sonic. It's essentially a bootleg version of Akio's EX Sonic Upper. I like that you can go to ducking while holding corkscrew. We're not there yet. Hold it. We're not there yet. This is basically a bootleg version of Akio's EX Sonic Upper from P4AU. EX Sonic Upper had full projectile invul. So no matter where the projectile was on him, if he was doing EX Sonic, he just ignored it. It's fine, Guns. It's fine. You just showed up. Welcome to the stream.
Out of stamina.
It's okay. Don't be upset. So it's basically a bootleg version, just with mids or moves with body attribute.
Let's go.
He's just gonna phase through it, and you're gonna eat a fat counter hit. And you're gonna say, "What happened to me? Where'd my health go?" And Akio's gonna say, "Body, liver, focus." Right? Here's more bust through. Too weak. So that's amazing. B boomerang hook. That move with the huge as fuck bicep, like he turns into Guile in Street Fighter 5 and just fucking flexes on you, right? This move, same thing. Increase the frame advantage, increase initial proration, but
What's the matter? I'm right here.
now has armor against body attribute attacks from the middle of the action. So it now armors. From what it says body attribute, but I feel like it's gonna just armor everything, not a low, in my opinion. I feel like that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna literally be, again, I'm not saying this as in this is what it's gonna do, but I feel like it's probably just gonna armor like just about everything. Once again, reflecting an EX move he had back in Persona, his EX boomerang hook. Yes, EX boomerang hook had armor while being a I think it was a below average starter. I think all those records were below average, if I recall correctly. Maybe not though. I think EX Sonic Upper was really good, but B or EX Boomerang Hook had armor. So not only did he had A Boomerang Hook, he had B Boomerang Hook, which when held, it wasn't unblockable, and then EX Boomerang Hook, which just had armor. And that was ridiculous, because, armor. So they gave B Boomerang Hook armor. Now, let me tell you, get ready for when I clip this.
What's wrong?
We'll talk about the
Out of
matchup.
stamina.
What makes this really good is I'm gonna switch. Do that. So his A boomerang, his A sonic upper into B boomerang hook. It doesn't combo on normal hit, of course. You can't combo from A to B on normal hit on standing. That's fine, completely understandable. But this is a frame trap. That's a frame trap. That kills anything that's 8 frames and slower. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep doing that. Alright? So Mitsuru has no move faster than 8 frames. Oh, she has an exact 8 frame move. A move that's exactly 8 frames. So if you mash right properly, you're gonna trade. That's still a really tight window to match, right? So the trick here, meaning Mitsuru is essentially kind of, and it's still a really big risk to match against Akihiko in those moments, right? That's really unfavorable RPS you're trying to take, right?
What's the matter?
So that's definitely an advantage that Akihiko had in this matchup already. The fact that he can kind of keep Mitsuru in place if he didn't have any muted to push block or to super, right? She would have to DP, take the risk of DP, right? And that risk comes with him, you know, just right. He doesn't get the best starter if he does that because he has to let it rock completely. But he can probably get a 5A counter to start. That's really good. But what makes this really good is that Mitsuru's 2A is 9 frames, if I recall. Right? Let me check. I'm pretty sure her 2A is 9 frames. Yeah, her 2A is 9 frames. So, that means now, that's her fastest low. And B Sonic, or B Boomerang, will now armor through not lows. So what makes this really good is that Mitsuru can no longer just mash 5A during that, right? And she says, oh, I'll just DP. Her DP is really fast. It's not a slow DP at all. And so, right? Right? It's gonna lose. So because of how, let me block what I'm doing. Right? That definitely looks like it's at a moment in where he's going to be able to armor through it. Of course, when a low test comes or when the patch drops and he's still staying, I'm gonna test it just to make sure I'm correct. But if I am correct, and I feel like I am, he's essentially going to armor through all of Mitsuru's options. Right? She can't, even with super, he should definitely be able to armor through her super, right? And just obliterate her.
What's wrong?
Which means without push block at the ready or a burst, Mitsuru has to legitimately just stand there and take Akihiko's offense. So he can legit just do A upper into B hook and just not have to worry about anything. This is my assumption.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
Again, all hypotheticals. But I really do believe that with that, Mitsuru just can do nothing against Akihiko's Rekka pressure at that moment. So both of his Rekkas got buffed super duper hard. B Sonic upper, you know, being invul now. B hook having armor. That's amazing. That's definitely gonna put opponents with moves not faster than 8 frames. In the situations where they really have to consider the weight of the risk they're about to take in order to escape his pressure, right? Akihiko's don't have to fucking I will think it will act like Yang armored DPs but loses to lows that is 7 frames or jump attack. Yeah, I agree.
What's wrong? Out of stamina.
That's really good assumption. I agree with that. But even still, that's really fine. And let me try to jump out. You see that? You saw that, right? I'm holding up back, and I'm still getting caught. And I'm still getting. I mean, you can't up back out of that.
What's wrong? Out of
so that means you're literally just trapped. you're really just trapped. And Akihiko can do anything else. They can enforce RPS. They can say, I'm gonna dash, I'm gonna do duck into throw, I'm gonna do weave. Right? They can do that. But in these matchups where where characters have really slow normals, he can not do that. He can just play it safe and continuously just armor in these matchups. Walled has nothing faster than 8 frames. His DP is really slow though, so it might just invoke do boomerang hooks startup and just grab him anyways. But like Mitsuru, again, because this topic has been really prevalent amongst Akihikos, the Aki versus Mitsuru matchup, I think it was even or slightly unfavorable, 4.5, 5.5. I just feel like a lot of people don't know how to fight Mitsuru. They're really more focused on the oppression she has with her assist, and they say, oh yeah, Mitsuru is really hard to fight because of that. And yeah, that's true, she is. But they more look at it from the comp matchup as opposed to the Mitsuru matchup herself. And looking at it from the Mitsuru matchup herself, Akihiko, problems people have against Mitsuru is, you know, like Bidwa, the fact that she wins round start automatically with like an 8-frame 5A. Narukami's 5A is considered like the round start god, right? But that's 9 frames. So Mitsuru has an 8-frame 5A, so that beats the god round start, right? Even though push block got more blocks done, I was thinking just push block then jump attack on Akihiko. Yeah. You can do that too. So, like I said, the situation I brought up against like Mitsuru or characters with 8-frame normals as their fast normal, it's if they have no meter, right? If they spend it all on supers or EX or push block. If they have no meter to push block, then they're legitimately just trapped.
What's wrong? Out of stamina?
If their fastest normal is 8 frames and it's a low, then then yeah, cool. Or if it's 8 frames in general, it's gonna trade. But if it's if they have no meter, they're trapped. If you have push block, then by all means push block the fuck out of Akihiko. Get away from there, right? You don't want this glowing red man counter hitting you. Look at that.
Give it all you got. Let's go. Body focus. Liver.
See that? That was 9K. For doing nothing. Both my character lows are 7 frames, so I'm fine. Oh, yeah, well, fuck you, Shinku.
What's the matter?
Drop Ruby and Yang. Okay. You're lucky Yang versus Akihiko was like 5-5. Barely. Probably slightly Yang favor, if anything, but I'd still say 5-5.
Out of stamina?
That's my perspective on that matchup. Anyways, off of the record, we now have follow-up sweep. Specifically follow-up sweep, not regular sweep. Yeah. Boom, that.
Good night.
So the follow-up, so sweep during Cyclone. Right? They changed the grounded hit effect to knockdown. I don't know what that means. Does that mean it'll automatically knock down?
What's the matter? Let's go.
Or maybe it has set. What if it has set knockdown? What if EX Cyclone has like set knockdown now? Like, like they don't tech automatically? Does he get free Oki off of 2C? Now, I'm not sure. Like, this seems really vague. They changed the grounded hit effect to knockdown. I can match 5B for armor since her 5B armor comes out on frame 4. Fine then, we'll just armor each other then, Shinku Hunter. Actually, I think I might be able to react into duck and then low profile, or react into weave. That's OD. So it's literally just a slugfest between Akihiko and Yang now. Who can armor who the longest? That's crazy, dude. But yeah, this is a really vague change for 2C. I can't really discern what it means. Probably if someone can, by all means let me know. But what I think and what I'm hoping is 2C now just has like set knockdown. And if it does, I'm gonna set Blue Beat, okay? I'm gonna set Blue Beat just so you can see what that means theoretically. How do I? Oh right, they tech automatically.
What's the matter?
They tech automatically. But if they didn't, right, that would mean I would be able to do, and that combos, right? That's a level 2.
What's the matter?
I played Batista. Am I still shooting Akigo to death? No. I'm gonna tell you why you're not. And even then, you barely were. Well, you were. It was a really hard matchup, but it wasn't impossible. I'm gonna tell you why you're not shooting Akigo to death. But back to this 2C change. If it has set knockdown now, I can combo into the assault dive. So level 2 assault dive means I gotta get him the jump. I gotta get him the jump. I'm gonna show you. There we go.
Let's go.
Right? So level 2.
Give it all you got.
That's what it means. If it juggles at level 2, that's just
Let's go.
Also, sorry to go off topic. Akigos don't do that. That ender I just did mid screen. I never really see them do 6-6 2C into DP. I see them immediately go, please.
Let's go.
I see them do. Although granted, I think that increases the frame advantage ever so slightly, I think. But it eats damage. So other Akihikos, mid-screen you're able to do 6-6 2C DP off of a Sonic upper, depending on the combo, if it didn't prorate too much. And no, it is not always side switch. I'm getting attention right now, but the side switch is dependent on how you delay your reckless. If you delay it low enough, it's not gonna side switch.
I'm right here.
If I can get it actually. Please, Akigo.
Let's go.
Yeah, like that. If you delay low enough, it's not gonna side switch. Granted, of course, if you're really bad at delays, you're gonna drop the 2C. But yeah, you can freely choose which side to end it on, depending on how you delay your reckless. So that 2C buff is really vague. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what it means. If it means it has set knockdown during Rekka, then during Cyclone, then we can scream and freak the fuck out, because that is an amazing solo buff to his solo routes. If that is true, like that means with one bar he can do one combo 10k. He can legit match the infamous Azrael Mad Dog, who has one combo 10k, right? Akihiko can do that now. If that's the change, though I highly doubt that's the change. Also, they decrease the frame advantage, so it's worse on block now. The corkscrews. A corkscrew adjusts the blowback. I'm not sure what that means. If it was like dependent on Cyclone, they would have said that, but they didn't say it though.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
But they didn't say it though. How come I'm only playing like...
Yeah, they adjusted the blowback. I'm not sure what that means. Probably altered how they get sent back. It's probably still gonna wall bounce for all I know. Like if it was dependent on Cyclone, they would have said it. Or maybe it's just always going. I think blowback may refer to on block. You sure? I definitely feel like when they say blowback, they usually mean hit effect. I'm pretty. They usually mean hit effect in these situations. Especially considering they would have said on block. So for them not saying on block makes me assume on hit.
What's the matter? I'm right
Which
here.
means the hit effect it could be different. That probably doesn't wall bounce anymore. If it doesn't, yeah, it's on hit. If it doesn't wall bounce, that's actually a bonus in the corner.
I'm right here.
In P4A, P4AU,
What's the matter? I'm right
they're the
here.
same thing in EJJC. Okay, thank you, Jeff. In P4AU at level 1 and 2, corkscrew didn't wall bounce. It was just send them flying, right? So imagine like that, just without the wall bounce. And then at level 3 and 4, it would ground slide. That would be the dream for corner. Like, that would be the dream. It can ground slide, you're still in the corner, and you have frame advantage. Really good frame advantage. And then at level 5, it would wall bounce to an extremity, like super hard. Like level 5 B corkscrew back in vanilla. B corkscrew sent him behind. So level 5, it would send him behind. He would bounce and then end up like right behind you. Like literally right where Aki is at right now. And that was really good. Maybe not. So, well, yeah. You have frame advantage. You can still keep Oki, keep your advantage on it. It's really good. They have that change for all 3 corkscrews. They changed the blowback, except for EX, I think. No, yeah, EX too.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
And then all 3 corkscrews, they changed the travel distance. It goes further. So
Corkscrew.
it's probably gonna go to like right here. I'm gonna be realistic. Yeah. So I'm gonna buffer it. Here's gonna be here's A.
Corkscrew.
Yeah, here's B, which should be the same.
Go down.
And then C.
Straight through.
Yeah, C is probably gonna hit at full screen now. C is probably gonna hit at full screen now, which is amazing. That means I can literally just like I don't have to be at certain ranges. I can literally be full screen and then react to a projectile and just duck you in the cheek. That's an amazing buff. That's an amazing buff. Right there already.
What's the matter? I'm right here. I'm right here.
So that's it for A corkscrew. B corkscrew. All right, Gunter, we're finally here. We're finally here. B corkscrew has a built-in weave on startup, right?
Straight through.
And weave.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
No holding back.
Goes through body attacks.
I'll handle this. Take this.
Like that, right? That's another reason why Aki Mitsuru isn't that bad, because he can legitimately just enforce RPS and ignore Mitsuru.
I'll handle this. Not yet. No holding back. I'll handle this.
He's not really counter hit recovery, but that's a true punish. That's a true punish.
What's the matter?
So
I'm right here.
the buff it got. Well, one, it got a nerf. It enlarged, his hurt box got enlarged on full charge, so he has a bigger hurt box when he fully charges it. And in recovery, which is like right there. So that's basically the only nerf it got. But now, you can now go into duck from weave. So I can't show it off now, but during this, I can input 6-6. Yeah. He can weave. Weave and just
Let's go.
Or not weave to crouch. But he can weave in the duck.
I'm right here.
Weave in the unless you meant crouch as duck. Yes. That is a catastrophe, like for certain matchups that is catastrophic. Like they actually have to be careful now. For Akihiko, that is one of the best buffs he was given. Like that's an amazing buff. One of hands down the best buffs he has in this long list of buffs. Of almost nothing but buffs. That is so amazing. Like, so many matchups are going to change for the better. Maybe not amazingly so, but they're definitely going. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Luna. The first translation was really weird, anyways. But the official patch notes came out, officially translated by Arxis. They came out, so I'm reading off of that now. So,
what's the matter? I'm right here.
Like matchups like that come to mind, like New 13, even Mitsuru, Batista.
What's the matter?
These are matches that are definitely going to change for the better. Like Batista was already like 4.5, 5.5. New 13 was like even or slightly unfavorable. These are definitely like I can do duck into weave. That's level 1. Go back into duck. Like negative, hold down B so I don't get corkscrew, right? But go back into duck and then be at level 2 and repeat it, and then I'm at level 5 in neutral. And then say I'm at level 5, right? And you flinch, you throw a projectile, and I react with duck into B upper. Let me show you how much damage that is. I'm gonna tag a Mitsuru. Yes. Oh yes, Christ. This is our patch. This is it. This is the way. This is the way. Your Robo Lolly. Your Robo Lolly's about to fucking die in like a week, 2 weeks. So let me show you just the sheer strength of what that means. So level 5 in neutral, right? I'm gonna do. That means he's no longer locked into doing level 5 during pressure, right? He can legit start off at level 5 and just hit you, like his old we've been ducking it in P4A. Yes, exactly. Now I'm gonna go on a hypothetics soon, but first let me just show you. Let's level 5, right? Right. That is an entire character dead. That is 1K away from the 14K health pool dying.
What's wrong? Out of stamina.
Right. Of course, Mitsuru is an 8x3, so I milked my Rekkas. So against 8x2. That is still ridiculously good. Right. To compare, let's do Azrael's like highest damaging combo, right? Or that I can think of. I can definitely do one combo 10K and super, right? So Azrael, Mad Dog, right? Buff dude. If I don't fuck it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, Tiger, Cobra, Leopard, right? I probably dropped a super. Yeah, I dropped a super. How you building Cyclone neutral? Duck into weave, duck and weave into B Sonic? Yeah, that. Or duck, weave, and close into B Sonic, yeah. And you don't even have to like commit to B Sonic. Just the fact that you're in level 5 is like, hey, I can do this now. Be careful of my options now. Especially considering the fact that B Sonic upper now has body info, right? That literally means Mitsuru, if you time it right, Mitsuru can legitimately dwa, and you will hit her out of it. You will hit her out of dwa. I want you to think about that. This matchup might actually just straight up be favorable for Akihiko now. Either even, if it's not favorable, it's damn sure even. It is no worse than 5-5 post-patch, if these changes stay. If Mitsuru doesn't randomly get a fucking God King buff, like all her dwas are now fully invul, and they always hit you, and she has spiral swords. But, yeah, he can now build Cyclone freely in neutral on his own. Hypothetically, he would have to have a frame availability where he can and an overhead, yeah, grounded. So they have to set a frame where he can cancel into duck, right? So hopefully we don't get cucked, and it's like you can cancel into duck at the very end, right? You can probably cancel into it whenever you want, right? But if it's like Azrael, right, where Azrael's forward dash, right, bad, he can jump cancel forward dash into special, right? You know what, you love it. TK Growler. So Azrael theoretically can jump cancel his forward dash from frame 1. Like you hear the grunt from forward dash, right? But I'm not forward dashing. That means theoretically he can cancel from frame 1. If Akihiko can cancel weave into duck from frame 1, that means because weave has the startup before he's already in weave, right? Right? He has to start before he starts moving back. So theoretically, what I'm thinking is you can buffer weave. I'm gonna put on input to show you the buffer I'm thinking of, right?
What's wrong? Out of stamina?
Right? So I'm doing what active switch, assault dive still hit overhead? Yeah, it should. I'm pretty sure he's Jin's Hizansen still hits overhead. So if it doesn't though, you know, someone tell me. I can test right now actually, but I'm pretty sure it hits overhead.
Get ready.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Hizansen hits. So wait, so yeah, assault. A assault dive is a high. It's not a high. And you already know how slow a assault dive is, right? So.
Help me out, keep it up.
So probably can't do it with Azrael. You probably need someone with a really fast 2A. Yeah, if grounded, of course. A really fast low 2A would be, I guess, Yosuke. I think he has a 7 frame 2A. You can buffer from a normal though. Exactly. Probably can't do it with Yosuke because he's fucking way in the back, being dumb. Right? Yosuke is stupid like that. But if I time that right, not there. You can do it with Hakumen. Yeah, Hakumen has his fucking his 5P that just closes the distance. But his 2A might be too slow. I think that's a 9-frame 2A. I don't know. I trust in you, Price. You really love the fuck out of that team. Even though it's buds. I'm joking. I'm sure you can find a way. I definitely can find a way. Might be able to grab with your partner before the assault dive hits. No, that's definitely way too slow. Someone with the fucking Yang.
Get ready.
The team I almost actually ended up maining recently. I've been labbing this team so much. I almost like just mained it. The more buffer window than that 5B. You're right.
Into the fray.
My fist, keep it up.
Yep, you're a genius.
Keep it up.
Yep. So it's either an unblockable or a hard to blockable. Either which way, that's free mix.
My fists are
Because considering a assault dive on grounded doesn't knock down, that's really amazing. So yeah, that's really amazing. That's like it's more like a Kusoge buff that's actually like secretly OD depending on what comp you run. Like, you know, I play Aki Hyde. Hyde is a really fast 2A low, so I'm sure you understand like how amazing this is going to fucking be.
I'm right here.
Shit, I lost track. Back to weave. Okay. So, like I said, Azo's forward dash is theoretically cancelable from frame 1. And weave has the startup, has started before he starts going back. If weave, excuse me, I'm sorry. If weave is cancelable from frame 1, that means you can buffer duck, right? Buffer duck into weave by doing like 236 B6 is the motion I'm assuming. Aki Bat might be good too. It's a good comp. Don't me play that team like hard body. He's fucking with Aki Yuzu right now, fellow Aki heads. So check out that team. Don't playing Aki Yuzu, and he's doing pretty good on that play. But yeah, Aki Bat is actually a really good Aki Eco comp. Like really fucking good. Maybe not for Yuzu, but really good for Aki Eco. Aki is gonna be a fucking tank. He's gonna be salty. I'm gonna fuck up. Yeah, you already know, dude. Like with these buffs, there are gonna be so many people saying, "Yo, I'm gonna pick up Aki. He seems really cool," and they don't know the struggles we endured from pre-patch. Even though he was already OD. I play this character because I love him. I've always loved him. My favorite character in fighting games, period. I'm always gonna play him if he's in the game. And these buffs are just making me super happy. Especially considering I kind of like took a break from tag for like the past month. Yeah. Okay. So before I get interrupted again, weave has a startup before he goes back. If you can cancel weave frame 1 by buffering, and this struggles were real. If you can cancel. Hang on, let me finish. I'm sorry. If you can cancel, if you buffer duck from weave, that means you can duck. You can store cyclone gauges without losing space, like you were able to in P4A. Because Akiko C duck, he didn't move at all, and you can hold it down for indefinitely. And so you can do C duck into or C weave into duck into C weave into duck, and you were not losing space. You were closing distance, not losing space at all. So if you can cancel it before he starts moving back, that means you're storing cyclone gauge while closing the distance. That's amazing. That's really amazing in terms of like getting in while just building your resources, dude. So what you said. Think about Aki even with neutrals. It's gonna be hard because his neutral is okay. Yes. Let's talk about that. I'm seeing so many people talk about how Akiko's gonna be really good. He's gonna be amazing. He's gonna be like super high tier. Akihiko is in this game at least, in this game, Akihiko is definitely a big brain thinking man's character. He definitely now has more leeway and more tools to play with in neutral and on offense. He's definitely going to be a scarier character, for sure. I will not downplay him whatsoever in that regard. But I think people are getting this. They're getting a little too uppity with Akihiko. I feel like they think he's going to be, with these buffs, he's suddenly completely fixed, right? He's suddenly the best brawler. He's going to be amazing. He's going to have, like, no really super bad matchups. No, I definitely disagree. I definitely think he's going to have a lot of struggle matchups still. Like, I think Wald wasn't really changed super hard. I think Wald got nerfed, but the nerfs Wald got, I don't think are going to affect his matchup against Akihiko, which was definitely a really struggle matchup.
I'll end this.
He's not getting a 50-50. He's getting tools that open the doors to use tools. Thank you, Price. Thank you so much. Take the words right out of my mouth. Yeah. He's getting options. He's getting options. Options for neutral and offense. His defense is still going to be like wiggity wackio. Maybe not wiggity whack, but he definitely still struggles on defense. Because I don't see much on defense that's gonna affect him, unless they suddenly say, also we added closeout below, which is his counter. Unless they suddenly say they fucking added that, right? He's still gonna struggle on defense in really neutral heavy matchups. Right now, Weeb isn't that great. It's matchup like Michiru, New 13, Batista, barely. It's a pretty matchup. Its strength is specific on the matchup. If they gave him his counter, oh my god. So to those of you who didn't play P4AU Akihiko, I'm pretty sure everyone in here did or know about him. His counter, he was able on success, he was able to go into any of his Cyclone follow-ups on a successful counter.
What's the matter?
Immediately. And if you didn't do that, he would go into an animation where he gives you a thumbs up if it's familiar.
Focus.
That thumbs up right there. That he'll give you that thumbs up, and then he'll gain meter. And the meter gain was dependent on the Cyclone level. So a counter, it automatically went into a corkscrew no matter what. So it was kind of ass. So 6-6, 2-6B, 2-6B, hold into. You can't go into B hook. You can't go into B upper immediately from weave. You have to go into duck. So 6-6, 2-3-6B into duck into B hook. That will give you 3 cycles. 6-6 will put you at 0. 2-3-6B puts you at 1. 6-6 again puts you at 2, and then B upper puts you at 3. So yeah, that will give him these automatically at 3. So then if that counter hits, you can just duck again, and then you'll be at 4, and the next mob is gonna be level 5. So, and that's honestly a guaranteed kill. Let me see. 3 or no? 3. Right. Okay. So look at that. Here's the theoretical damage. Ready? Zin's dead. I just did 17.5k. 18.5. I'm sorry, but that was terrible. They added a proration on the B Sonic as a starter. Yeah, they did. Hopefully, it's not going to be super. Hopefully, it's not going to be super gutted, because I really do think that's a pretty fair starter, given like the startup and just the fact that it's just. Well, I think the startup, honestly. I think it's a fair starter, and because not every DP is like hard punishable by B Sonic upper. But yeah, it probably won't kill anymore. That means he got a damage nerf. But what they didn't change is the proration on A hook. Yeah, only as a starter. They didn't change the proration on A hook though. That damage is still there. That damage is still there, boys. That damage is still there, boys. So that's they fucked up. They fucked up. And that's definitely a more consistent punish starter too than B Sonic, because every DP in the game is punishable with A Rekka at worst.
Right here.
So yeah, I went over Weave. You can go into Duck from Weave now. That's amazing. EX Cork.
I'll end this.
Same thing. Adjusted blowback, increased travel distance. They increased the invo time. So he's invo for longer. That's really cool. That's really cool. Because 236C was already used to like fucking punish from full screen like projectiles if like Batista did late, or not Batista maybe. If you reacted to new 13 doing 5B, or even just did a guess and it worked, that was a full screen punish right there. Batista laser, if you guessed properly or reacted to like B laser, which is really slow, that was a hard punish. They increased the distance, but man, let me go through S projectiles and be good. They'd have to make EX Cork fully projectile invo, because it's only body invo. So where the projectiles are, it'll still hit, unfortunately. And Carmine Wheel is still gonna fuck Akihiko. Like if Duck and Wii were fully body involved, that'd be broken. Like I think he'd be the best brawler in the game by far. Cause that means he can just do duck weave against zoners and not give a fuck. Like imagine Azrael doing Growler, but Azrael moved forward each time he did it. And also got stronger each time he did it. That would be what Akihiko was. He'd actually be pretty broken as a brawler, which of course I want, you know. But realistically, it's something we just can't have. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So we gotta take what we can get. We gotta have the struggle matchup every so often. It's like, damn, Azrael does better against Aegis and Carmine than Akihiko, but Akihiko does better against Narukami and Mitsuru than Azrael does. Azrael Mitsuru is like 6'4". Akihiko Mitsuru is like 5'5". Also, if I may, I've been saying since Jump, Aki versus Mitsuru isn't that bad. People are only now just like saying, hey, why do these guys think this? I've been saying that since Jump. It's never been that bad. But I digress. Back to these buffs.
I'll end this.
Assault dive, it's a high attack now. They decrease the startup. So that's pretty ridiculous startup, right? If you go to Dust Loop, we see that the startup again. I have to find some time, take some time out of my day to see if the I'm sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought. See if the frame data on all this is consistent. This is 36 frames to startup according to Dust Loop. 36. So they decrease the startup. I would assume they probably brought it down to 30 frames to startup. That's not bad at all. B Assault Dive is the one that I wanted to get the startup buff. It is 40 frames to startup. If that shit was 36, oh my god. Do you guys know what that means? What that would mean? Excuse me. Let me show you. Right, that combos. Right. That combos, but it knocks down. That sucks. That doesn't combo. If that comboed, we would be looking at this. That's just that. Although, granted, I don't even think that's max damage. Max damage. While you're here, max damage off of anti-air solo with 1 bar. That's your max damage route off of anti-air with 1 bar. Liber Sonic Body Focus. Exactly, Jiv. My boy Jiv. I'm not sure what other Akihikos went for, but that is the highest damage you're gonna get solo with 1 bar. I've done like everything I could. Yeah, that's pretty OD. 9k solo. Azrael max damage with like 1 bar is like 7k. Granted, you get the corner, so 9k. That's pretty ridiculous. And it gets buffed in the corner. It's a 9.3. So again, I really wanted B assault dive to get a startup buff, but it didn't. Oh well. A assault dive getting a startup buff. One more time so I can see it again, please. Sure thing. It's not hard at all. This is also universal. This isn't character specific. If anything, you probably have to change your delays per character. But it works against the entire cast, except for Batista because she can't get counter hit. So you can't get counter hit 2B. But if you get a JC, I don't know how DP hit from behind there, but I do. If you want to clip that, by all means, go ahead. So yeah, startup. Yeah, Akihiko's DP always hits from behind. It's it has a really dumb hitbox. I even showcased it in my combo video, the fighting. Which, if you guys haven't seen it, check out my combo video, BBTAG Akihiko, the fighting. It's the only Akihiko CMV out for BBTAG. Unfortunately, I want you guys to make up your own combo videos, please, to show this character how cool he is. But yeah, I showcased the fact that DP can hit from behind in certain routes and in certain matchups. I digress again. Increase additional proration of grounded A version and grounded EX version. So basically what that means is during a combo, the proration for A assault dive and EX assault dive got nerfed. A assault dive getting an additional proration nerf is pretty inconsequential because you never really used A assault dive ever in a combo because it knocks down, right? And even the fact that it knocks down, you're never going to be able to hit it in a combo like where it's important. Like if you can hit it in a combo, there's no reason not to go for anything else at that point. But EX assault dive getting nerfed. It got an additional proration nerf. So that means it's gonna do less damage. More hits done, I believe. At least they didn't nerf B dive. Yeah, thank the fucking gods, right? B dive is everyone in this chat, listen carefully. Akihiko's B dive is our secret weapon against the top tiers.
I'll end this.
Not duck, not weave, not corkscrew, not our god.
What's the matter?
But it's EX, it's B dive. That's where all of our damage comes from. If B dive got nerfed, this character would be worse than Makoto. Of course I'm joking. But B dive is really good. I actually can't exaggerate that. B dive is really good. At first I really hated it. But I like it now. It's really cool. I would have preferred it if they just kept all the dives in the air and like B dives still hit the same. But at the same time, that would have been a really big B dive is a doorway towards 10K. Exactly. But that would have been a really big buff to solo Akihiko, because that means like the way if B dive still like juggled in the air, that means he would literally not really need a partner for anything.
What's the matter? I'm right
so long as he got the juggle, because you can NJC, B dive, it would hit, right?
Let's go.
And then right? Let's just you do it solo. Overall ready? Right? So first off, these characters aren't matching. Let's fix that right now. But
please select your character.
yeah, they didn't nerf B dive. Praise Jesus Christ, right? If he's real. Praise Jiren and Mori and everyone else in the known universe. We're almost done with. It only took us an hour and 10 minutes, but we're almost done with Akihiko changes. Mazio Dime. Right, one of the best supers in the game. Right? Why do you say? It's full screen. It's omnidirectional. Ooh, wrong super. Look at that. The mighty carded scissors. still get you have to DHC that thing. You spent 4 bars for 5K. 4 bars for 5K. Amazing, right? Amazing. Of course, it's dependent on the super you fucking move. Imagine that applying the shock effect like in P4A. Oh, you'd actually be fucked. In a game like this, where you don't want to be put in like suffocating situations, the fact that you can't move and I can just suffocate you, it's OD. That'd be OD. So Maziodyne, they decreased the startup frames. So I think it's like after the super flash, it's 20 frames. Before Maziodyne comes out, they decrease the startup frames. That's pretty cool. That means it's now like even faster. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like Black Hawk or Burning Gold, where if they fucking whipped a 4A and you did it, you were getting a guaranteed punish. It wasn't that good, obviously, but you can still definitely punish full screen shenanigans with Maziodyne. Like Aki v Yosuke isn't really that bad a matchup because of the threat Akihiko has with meter. Like Yosuke actually has to play your game. Once Akihiko gets 2 bars, Yosuke can no longer just flip zip zam boom around. He actually has to chill and not be a fucking idiot. Because if he flips zim zam zooms, you can say don't you move, right? And just say fuck you Yosuke, and Yosuke gets swatted out of the sky and probably kill murdered, right? So to decrease the startup means you can probably Maziodyne can probably snipe certain attacks at certain ranges much more consistently now. Also, that means it combos more consistently now. Right? You see, I had it counter for that sweep. For that, it doesn't work. But you got to see one hit Maziodyne though. One hit Maziodyne is the funniest thing in the universe. I don't know why it's super funny. I just love looking at it. I'm just like, he's all purple. So 5B has increased travel distance, travel distance, but would 6-6 be a good option if you read the push block? Yes. Because why that's good is push block got a nerf. You're actually stuck in block stun for slightly longer after you push block something. That means with the travel distance buff of Duck and B Sonic Upper, that means Akihiko can probably close the distance and either keep you in block stun or you get frame trapped. Because I'm pretty sure Duck in the B Upper is probably full screen now. Probably though.
You scared?
It might not be that good, but that's what I assume.
So I friended him, and he's like not.
Since 5B is frequently push block, yeah, because push block, I wouldn't say push block kills this. 6B goes like 3-4 screen, yeah, it goes 3-4 screen now. But they increase the distance of Duck and B Upper, so I really think it might go full screen now. At like if you max delay it,
let's go. Focus.
It probably goes completely full screen. Either that or you end up right here.
What's the matter? I'm right
He
here.
doesn't really get push block or murdered by push block. He can still find his way in pretty easily during pressure. And even then he can fuck you up for push blocking and then pulling the trigger too early. Like if you do push block button, I can just weave or duck and weave and then whiff punish you. So push block doesn't destroy him like it does for like, I don't know, Azrael, Makoto. But it definitely is a challenge to fight properly. You just have to know how to fight push block properly. And like that's not even like an excuse me, I'm sorry. That's not even an Akihiko thing. That's a BBTAG thing as a whole. If you can fight push block properly, then it's not really a problem. It's just, can you do it with a character with limited range? But he can just close the distance really quickly. Which you can, if you know how to play Akihiko, you definitely can. But Maziodyne decreased startup means you can snipe things more. It can combo more consistently. That's really all there is to it. I was hoping it will receive a Cyclone buff. So it was 4K, right? Level 1, 4-7-10 at level 1, 4-2-8 at level 0. At level 2, 5K, 5.5, I'm sorry. Level 4, 5999, and level 5. It does 6K, and of course it's also dependent on the on residence or not. It's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I was hoping it received a Cyclone buff in the sense that in P4AU, Mazudine stayed out longer dependent on the Cyclone. To the point where level 5 EX Mazudine was actually plus on block because Akihiko recovered before Mazudine finished. So that would have been really cool because that would mean Mazudine you would probably be able to DHC from Mazudine in certain situations. Like during like CC combos, you can probably DHC from Mazudine. You can't do it in this game unless your teammate literally isn't on the screen. You're not gonna be able to DHC from it. But that's fine because more often than not, you're gonna end with Cyclone Uppercut. But there are very specific routes where Mazudine does more damage than Cyclone Uppercut. Very specific. They're not super prevalent routes though. Sort of like I'm gonna do an A times 2K. I'm gonna show you a perfect example. I'm gonna put myself in presence. Come on. No. Dead. Okay. So. 1, 2, 3. Super, right? Alright, Jiv, catch you later. See you in the Discord server, on Twitter, wherever the fuck. Fuck you. I love you. Mwah, kisses. Bye. So I did 8.9K, right? That did 9K. So again, it's not super imperative to know these routes, but if you know these routes where Mazio does more damage than Cyclone Uppercut, it's like it's just neat to have in your pocket. So Mazudine gets a cool buff. Huzzah. Finally the last 2 buffs or changes. Akihiko, oh my god, gang, stop dying. Akihiko 6P. They decrease the travel distance of Duck and increase the travel distance of Corkscrew. So it hits full screen, right?
Into the fray.
I'll even like not move forward.
Let's go.
It hits full screen, right? So
Come on.
Duck ends at the very end of that puddle right there. They decrease its range, or they decrease the difference. So Duck is probably going to end right here maybe, but they increase the distance of Corkscrew. So I think no matter what, it's still gonna hit the same range. Maybe if not, then oh well. It's already full screen, right?
Into the fray.
Which is really fucking good.
Yeah, come on.
That's like amazing.
Into the fray.
If you didn't know.
Let's go.
Like super good. So I think it's still gonna cover the same distance, just in different ways. And that's fine. I'm fine with that change. And 4P, they enlarge the hitbox. So the hitbox is like, I'm gonna go like right there. And then I'm gonna go to like right here, right? At this range.
Let's go.
So at a range like that, they didn't say whether it was the vertical or the horizontal hitbox, but the hitbox got buffed. That means right here. It hit, right? Can you take this? Doyo! This for me, right? So the hitbox buff, again, it doesn't say whether or not it's horizontal or vertical, but it got buffed. So it's most likely horizontal. Like I have no doubt in my mind that it's a horizontal hitbox buff. That means at that tiny range where it barely whipped, right? Like you can legit see the wind pushing Jin's face back from Akihiko's punch. At that range, it's probably gonna hit. It's gonna hit more consistently. And this is already a pretty decent 4P. It's the same speed as Jin's 4P, just without the involt.
How does that
I think Jin's 4P is 28 frames. I'm pretty sure. So is Akigo's 4P, 28 frames. That's a really fast 4P. Really fast. I like using 6P with Gordo for side switch shenanigans. Yeah. 6P is also really good for neutral. Like it's a pretty good assist for Gordo. Because it fights zoning. Gordo doesn't really get super shot at, but he can get shot to an extent, not significantly so. But 6P is just it's a really good assist for zoning. It's not Growler where it's just y'all mind if I completely invalidate the fuck out of your projectile zoning, but it's like beware your projectiles, because 6P is gonna fuck you up. So 4P got buffed, 6P got buffed. Those were his last two buffs. I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. I thought I would have finished in like 30 minutes for Akiko, and then would have went to like Yang and Azrael. But those characters have their own players. Like they have Shinku Hunter, they have Bojack, both very knowledgeable with their characters. In fact, I'm both really good. I'm really good friends with both of them. They're really great people. I love them. Really good players. Really amazing people all around. They're also really good people to go to for advice on those characters, on Azrael and on Yang and Azrael. But yeah, those were the last two Azrael Akihiko buffs. I think all in all, this character got this character got significantly buffed. His reward, or not, maybe not even his reward, but his he definitely has more tools to properly play neutral without immediately being forced on the without immediately being enforced on. He can definitely he's gonna be untouchable, essentially. They buffed the fuck out of his offense, so to say. He can build Cyclone from neutral now. He has Invo on what was his best counter hit starter, his best starter in general. Like have 6P to make Aki on the other side, then active switch. Really? Oh, you mean like?
I need to get this one. I need this one. Oh, you mean like? Yeah.
I'll end this.
Yeah! Let's go. Yeah.
Like that?
Into the front. Come on! Team! Go!
Let's go! Sonic! Sonic! Keep it going!
Easy as
Like that? Because yeah, that's really good. I more prefer using using Kill Rush, and as Price recently, well not a recent discovery, it was found a while ago, but Price made it much more prevalent. Corkscrew active switch it forces sandwich.
Oh my god.
I'll end this.
I'll try and you know I'll definitely experiment with that. Yeah, corkscrew active switch with CC sandwiches, that's really good. I'm definitely gonna experiment with that with my own comp. But yeah, mainly with Gordo. Yeah, Aki Gordo's a really good team. Gunter, you're actually not playing a bad team. I'm not sure how Gordo is post patch. He definitely got nerfed, so that team might be nerfed too in the long run because of it. But pre patch, Aki Gord was a really good Aki team.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
And pretty decent for Gord too, I feel. Would auto 5A into 214A be potential overhead reset? If like that, if they're fucking, if they're sleeping, let me see. Actually, like that. If you mean it like that, then yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Similarly. Yeah, that's theoretically that's a really good overhead active switch reset, because not only do they have to block the left right, they have to block the high low. The hard to blockable, as we went over earlier, the hard to blockable. It'd be hard to buffer it from A auto combo. Assault dive, active switch 2L or 2A or low in general, but it definitely does exist. It definitely does exist. 5A, 214A, like active switch. That exists. Yeah, you're not wrong for believing that. That kind of sucks as a Gordo main. Yeah. I played as Gordo when I didn't want to play super seriously. So as a by proxy Gordo player, it does suck. But you know, my priority is Akihiko, so I'm not feeling it as hard. But at the same time, Gordo was unfavorable for Akihiko, so I'm definitely cheesing right now. Definitely cheesing something fierce, because Gordo got nerfed. A 4.5, 5.5 matchup got nerfed. That's an L you gotta take. Anyways, he got buffed overall for sure. Definitely, I can actually see him moving up a tier. Like at worst, moving up one tier. He was definitely a mid-tier character, like right below high tier. I can definitely see him being like considered a high tier character at the cusp of high tier, maybe, or not at the cusp, but like
What's the matter?
the very bottom of high tier, but considered a high tier character. I won't say he's like super high tier, like how he was in P4AU, where Akihiko was literally the god of high tier, or like one step below top tier. Definitely got buffed overall. A lot of matchups I can see changing for the better, unless like other characters got buffed and those matchups are worsened for him. He definitely got no nerfs that were really detrimental outside of like 6-6B having worse proration. What else was it? Let me see.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
Cause like for the first couple of fucking notes are just nothing but buffs.
I'll end this.
Yeah, Rekka's got increased increased proration. Like his nerfs honestly aren't really super like terrible. Like even if those nerfs still existed, he would probably not even drop a tier because they're not that bad. I think overall he definitely got buffed. Gonna go up a tier. Matchups are gonna change. Like the first matchups that come to mind are New 13 and Mitsuru. And both those matchups were like bordering on even. So they're probably going to be favorable now for all I know. Maybe New 13 is probably still going to be 5-5. But I definitely feel like Mitsuru could be argued as favorable now. At worst, 5-5. At worst, 5-5. Because his offense right now is looking amazing. Cactus, you suck. You joined at the very end of the stream. You're terrible. I hate you. Yeah, those two matchups immediately come to mind, but other characters are still gonna like definitely run him over. Like Waldstein, I don't think got any like terrible changes. Oh, I'm hella excited. I'm omega excited. Like these buffs are super good. I hope they stay through the low test. If they don't, I'm gonna be really upset if they remove these buffs, because these aren't even over buffing. These are buffs that he just straight up needed. Like he definitely, his design in this game, like he is gonna keep him from being like super top tier, super busted, but he can definitely fucking kick ass and chew bubblegum.
What's the matter?
As a post patch if these buffs stay. An offense buff all around. He's gonna be ridiculous. The RPS factor in his game plan is going to be even higher, because he can be at a near constant level 5 at any point in time. And at level 5 is when he does more damage than Carmine, honestly speaking. Like, against, let's say, Ragna, who's an A×4 character, right? You can get max records on Ragna. So, best starter, it's a high damage combo. I think Carmine's highest damage combo solo off of his best starter is like what, 11k, 12k at best. Outside of resonance. If you put Akihiko in resonance now, right, with that damage, 10k plus, yeah. 14.7, right? So keep that in mind. This is Akihiko who can put himself at level 5 in neutral now, and can probably get that counter hit. Like that's actually a realistic. It's already pretty realistic, but now it's definitely more possible, right? This is actually something you probably might actually have to worry about getting hit by. and so his threat level for sure just spiked through the roof. All the brawlers got buffed. Akihiko, Azrael, you don't have to just frame. You don't just show me new kill rush Mori. Have you seen it? It's longer distance. It's it has right now it has the properties of his old beat kill rush where it does beat kill rush amounts of hits. Right? Or no, it has 8 kill rush with 5 hits. Beat kill rush was like 10. But I think they're gonna give it the distance of old beat kill rush. So it's definitely gonna go at like half screen now instead of like 1/4 of the screen. I feel, and that's amazing. He like they just gave him distance buffs on everything. He can basically almost consistently close the gap within a moment's notice with the greatest of ease and get amazing reward off of it, both on hit and block. So yeah, I think that's all I can say about Akihiko now. I definitely really feel like he as a whole, he's just I'm surprised about that. It was already a really good 2B for what it was. And they made it to match they made it to match P4AU. Cactus, he can get 9k solo off of 2B with 1 bar. Off of Anna, I shot it off.
Boom.
Like 9k solo is ridiculous. Azrael can't even get 8k solo for that amount of meter off of Anna-Air 2B. I think even off of Anna-Air 5A as well. But yeah, just all around his reward got buffed, his threat level got buffed, his offense got buffed, defense still the same. His neutral definitely got more scarier. Matchups are definitely going to change for the better. I will say this from now. If these changes stay, he's gonna have a much better matchup spread. Like all pure zoners might just be even at worst. Gonna head out. Nice experiencing these new pass lists with you. Yeah, sure thing, Gunter. Thanks for watching the stream, dude. I'll catch you later. Yeah, it's I think it's 20 frames post super flash. So, and it got the startup decrease. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like it's probably gonna be like what I'm gonna say, like 15 post super flash, like 13 frames post super flash if I'm being like ridiculous. But realistically, I think at best it'll be 15. Probably gonna make it like 17 frames after super flash if anything. So and that's still not terrible. That's still pretty good in my opinion.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
I definitely have to find out the battle planner for BBTAG. When's Aki Aegis? What's her 6P? Do they know her 6? Do you know what her 6P is? Because I heard they changed that. If it's machine gun, that's actually an issue. That is actually such an OD issue. Because if it is that team might actually exist now. No, now nobody knows. If it's machine gun, that team might actually exist. Like they need to honestly all of Aegis' assists just suck. But again, if they give her like machine gun 6P, I would actually start labbing Aki Aegis. Yeah, I would lab Aki Aegis if they give her Gatling as a 6P. Like I'm sticking by that. I will lab the fuck out of that team if it was given, if she has Gatling. Cause that'd be ridiculous. Just kill rush to lock down and to active switch Aegis mix up. That'd be crazy, dude. Like that team theoretically should be OD, but it's not because Aegis support value is super cheeks, and she doesn't really need Aki support, even though it's pretty decent. She doesn't really need it. So I really want to lab that team if she gets Gatling. Yeah, her support value is super. She's definitely a hella point character. Like, I think every Aegis team I've heard of, she's on point. I haven't seen her notes yet. I'm gonna check it out after the stream. Once I close the you can talk to me on Discord about this. I do want to read more about the other characters. I've been super focused on Akihiko. Like, this character's gonna be so he's not gonna be amazing. I mean, he is, but people are over exaggerating him. They think he's gonna be like a god king, like one of the best characters. He's definitely not. but he's going to be ridiculous. His threat level is super prevalent now. He's gonna be super good, and I'm super excited. Oh my god, I really want to see it in action. I've looked at Akihiko, Yang, Azrael, Hyde, Narukami, Mitsuru, Ruby, Gordo, and I think I skimmed over Wall, but I forgot what his changes were. So I looked over the important characters.
What's the matter?
Oh, I also went over Ragna. Ragna got buffed. That's stupid because Ragna is ugly and yeah, Gord got fucking shot. He got his kneecap thrown out. Kamen got buffed. Narukami's still gonna be fine. Mitsuru as a function got nerfed. People who played her because JB 2A 50/50s, they got nerfed, but Mitsuru is still the same. I think she got like buffed. Mary Karen doesn't give the opponent meter, and her 5P assist got buffed. So actual Mitsuru players got buffed. Yeah, the two you can't autopilot. Yeah, actual Mitsuru players got buffed, but people who play Mitsuru as a function got nerfed. Like if they played her solely for 2B, JB, and they don't know how to play the character, they got nerfed. Which sucks. I wanted that. Oh, yeah, you can't jump cancel her JB on block. You can't go into JA on block either. Like that's like literally the JB function is dead. It's gone. She's not safe. If you block it, you're still living. You're not trapped. Who? Let me check. Who else did I go over?
Yo, play the game. Alright, thanks. I'm just getting my health back.
I know I did. Yeah, I went over Wald. Wald got buffed in the. Well, we didn't get buffed, but 2BB only comes out on a hit now. That's really good. Carmine got a buff apparently. I didn't check Batista. I know Yuzu got nerfed. Do you really not know that I guess Orgia meter costs per cat? Yeah, I know. I read about that. And at first, I misread. I thought that her Orgia cost got doubled, and then I realized it got cut in half. And that's actually the dumbest buff for any character I've ever heard in my life. So she literally has more opportunity. I think that's a buff to her routes, and on top of that, she can definitely mix you for longer. If I'm thinking about this correctly, is that true? She can mix for longer. It's a buff to every. Yeah, I figured as much. That's actually so crazy. That's actually like so OD. And a lot of people don't realize that at all. Like, I guess it costs her 2 bars to Orgia from a button. Wait, does it? Hang on. How do you go into Orgia? Is it like 2A or something? I guess it's so cute. How do you go into Orgia? Is it like 6-6. Goodness.
Maximum speed. Maximum speed. Maximum speed. First.
Okay, that's ridiculous. So it only takes up a quarter of the bar now.
Nice bomb.
If it took up 2.
You scared?
That's insane.
Nice.
60 days. That's how much meter. Oh, okay. So I can do that for W at half cost. That's ridiculous. That's actually not. That's not fine at all. Actually, that's really worrisome. That's really bad. She did not deserve that. That's actually not okay.
Aren't you fighting?
That's actually not okay. Also, oh yeah, I know that. She can jump cancel these now.
Oh wait, no.
Mobility mode.
I think, yeah. Yeah, when the bullets hit, she can jump cancel now. What the fuck? That's actually so... They increased the number of missiles, changed the hit effect of the last hit to knockdown. So because nobody played Aegis, they thought it was okay. They thought they had to give her buffs. Because nobody played her.
We're select. Come on, let's see her buff.
Except for like you, Banana Ken, and that one JP player.
Yeah, we're not select.
Because everyone thought she was too hard. You're seeing this too, right, Shinku? Shinku, how did Yang do against Aegis? Like how does Yang do against? Is that a really bad matchup? Because that's one of Akihiko's worst matchups, in my opinion.
You scared?
Like, even fighting Cactus, I'm like, I don't know. This character is just, she just dances on Akihiko in this game. Like, I could not beat Bananakin at all when I fought him. That was my first time playing that matchup, though. She has Gatlings now. Let me see. I guess. 5A now goes into 2A. So she can go into her 8-frame low. When he played Aegis, I obliterated him. I fought him on an I played like Yang Aki and I obliterated him when he played Aegis. Oh no, we went like slightly. No, I was watching him, and then he went to his main team.
What? Guys, look at my old charge.
Her 2A is 8 frames. She can go into her 8. Wait a minute. Is that her oh no? Okay, she has 4A. Her fastest normal is 4A. I've never seen 10th Aegis. It's terrible. It's layer 1. Because he doesn't play the character seriously. Like, if I jokingly played Yang Aki against him, and he was playing Aegis Narukami, but his Aegis were super. It's like it got to the point where we just started trolling each other because like he just stopped playing seriously.
Aren't you fighting?
He's always had a U since like day 1 of like the beta, but yeah, he doesn't have Aegis. He was just like fucking around with Aegis, just to see what the character can brought to the table, to get more knowledge on her. I will never play Aegis unless she gets Gatling 6P, in which I'm gonna play Aki Aegis.
You scared?
Just to mess around with, not to main the team. But yeah, I'm literally looking at this. Aegis she got buffs. That's crazy, dude.
Aren't you fighting?
They buffed the high tier character. Aegis is like Marvel 3 Spider-Man, in which everyone knows she's high tier, no one plays her, because no one wants to put in the work. Her only nerf is the 2A change, which is whatever. Let me see it. This move can now be used up to 2 times. So, so you could rapid fire up to 3 times and they nerf that.
Aren't you fighting?
But even that doesn't seem that big of a deal. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not like bad a nerf at all. Like I would take that trade-off for like all the buffs in the world. Like my 2A being rapid fireable for 1 less rep. That's yeah, no. This matchup might actually go from like 6-4 to 7-3 now. If I guess got Omega buffed. Gatling chip and resonance 4. I feel like you chipped me with it one time.
This will decide it. Fire!
No, Ragnar block. That's pretty ridiculous, actually. So, and they nerfed that too. You said? Oh yeah. They nerfed the resonance chip overall. They increased the number of missiles for Pandora missile launcher.
Nice try.
They,
Nice try. Nice try. Annoying.
oh my god, they buffed this character. Why?
I didn't have some.
Missiles currently are kind of bad though. What is the use of missiles in like they're most like outside of like, hey, screen control? What is their like proper use that you would say? Solo situations where you have all the meter. Yeah, I know you can do that just to run away from Akihiko safely, unless I had like meter from Mazio, and even then, I still think you were like fine if I reacted too late. It's just solo, really. Yeah, I believe you.
Dude, that guy is a pro holo player. It's just solo. Yeah, I believe you.
You scared?
Aren't you fighting?
The application is supposed to be active with stuff. Yeah, it's slow, and she has Gatling, which you can't PB anyways. What I saw Bananakin do when I used to fight Bananakin, he would do missiles and then pop resonance to make a completely safe resonance. But even then, that still falls in the solo category, like you said.
You scared?
So yeah, I guess it doesn't really have that many super prominent uses in terms of like team shit.
Aren't you fighting?
So again, they buffed this character. She can combo it. She can combo. Yeah, I know.
Nice try.
Ragnar, stop blocking, please. One moment.
Aren't you fighting?
How did all of y'all die?
You scared?
Now's the chance.
Yeah. So I guess definitely seems. I guess got buffed. That's really dumb. I don't like that at all. This matchup was already one of Akihiko's hardest in my opinion. I'd have to find my matchup chart, but I definitely think it was like 6-4, nearing 7-3. And now that she got buffed. Yo, actually, since you're here, I'm listening. Go on.
Thanks. Now I'm dead.
You scared?
Pick, I guess, Aki real quick.
When you're playing a character that doesn't require you moving your mouse, she has no aim.
Alright, hold up. Where's he at? Look at my boy.
Yeah.
Get ready! I will not run away!
Oh, Cactus, they made A assault dive and overhead now. So that means I can really like be like, oh my god. So I can literally just do a hard to blockable or an unblockable type of grapple. Yeah, like that.
My fists. My fists are ready. Nice try.
A literal hard to block, but I wonder how fast JC will be. I want to say it's like 22 frames right now. So I can see it being like 20 frames realistically. It's 24 frames. So
You scared?
I think at best it'll be 20 frames. It might be 22 frames if anything. It's 24 frames right now. But a startup buff, I can see it as 22 frames realistically. Feels like 26. It looks like it's 30 in all seriousness.
You scared?
They also decreased the startup of A assault dive. It might be harder to set up that hard to blockable, unblockable. Alright, do your thing.
you know what? It is.
And raw tag into Aki.
What do you think I
What can I get? All right. Watch the God King. Oh.
Like, I just hate this.
Come on, tag out. So I can get JB loops. I think I can hit. If I have meter, I can probably get EX up all guys. Yeah, I can't. Come on, tag out. Yeah, I can definitely get a juggle going. Yeah, there you go. Until yeah, My fist. Let's go. One moment, stream. Five A to 5B. This is hard.
Come on.
Okay, that was my fault. Time out. What was that?
Annoying. Entering the finish. Damn it. Annoying. Entering the Rick finish.
I'm a god. Let's let that concept sink in for a bit. They didn't really stabilize her stuff, but I'm hoping that.
You scared?
What you got? To be some of our universal hitbox changes, you know, they didn't stabilize Aki Ego's Rekkas. I would have liked them to. It's still 2-hit Rekkas. Against like majority of the cast. Possibly some of her combo theory changing.
You scared?
You think so? Cactus? Because Aki Iko, like, he's still more or less the same in terms of combo theory. It's just his offense is legitimately so ungodly buffed that it's just, oh my god, I can't even begin. You can't even begin to comprehend. It's just like, he literally, like, against Mitsuru, she's literally stuck in place against him now. She can JC bullets on hit.
What's the matter? I'm right here.
Oh yeah, because you can, yeah, jump cancel JC.
I am your opponent. Please go. I summon you. Maximum speed.
Into like,
Please go.
into mortar.
Please go.
Come on, mortar. I can't play Icus. Unless it's dumb on Ragna.
My fist.
Either which way. Aki Iko offense got stupid buffed. Mitsuru,
What's the matter?
Che looks kind of
I'm
real
right
next
here.
patch. Let me go over her changes really quickly. I think I skimmed over her because that character means nothing to me. Chie Satonaka.
Get ready.
Right, I gotta find this dumb bitch. Well, we'll still get it together. Chie, okay. Her dash cancel. Oh! They decreased the recovery frames. Let me see. Oh my god. Calm down. Hey, these are pretty long. They decreased the recovery frames of her dash cancel. That's good. They decreased the startup frames of her 5A and her 4A and her 5B and her 2A. So let's look at her frame data. That's a lot of fucking recovery buffs. So 5A is how fast?
Scared?
That's 5A is 7 frames. So it's probably 6 frames now. 4A is 4 frames. It's 6 frames, so it's probably 5 frames now. A 5 frame that definitely hits crouchers, I think. They're giving multiple characters 5A buttons now. To be fair, Akiko already had a 5A or 5 frame. Yeah. So if you missed it, Cactus, you need to understand how good having a 5 frame 4A is for Akiko now, because this is +1, and they buffed his 5A from 8 frames down to probably 7. So if your fastest normal is 7 frames and I end on +1, you can't contest me, because you're gonna get counter hit by 5A. So that's like super OD. That's 9K, and I dropped the combo too, and it's screen friendly. She having a 5 frame normal is fucked. Yeah, pressure buff.
Are we doing this?
And I think no, she can't go into, but she can do that for some reason, which is dumb. Stupid Chie, get nerfed. And her 5B was how many? It was 12 frames, so they probably did buff that. It's probably gonna be 11. That's fine, I guess. No one cares. She is gonna be where Akihiko was pre-patch, like barely viable or not viable at all. Still, who knows? Let me see. I did a creature startup on 2A as well. 2A, I want to say is 7. Yeah, so 2A is 6 frames now. Because who has a 5 frame 2A? Let's be real. And then they decreased the blowback height of 2 speeds. So Ragna doesn't go as high. Is Godhead? Oh. Okay. Yeah. They increased the hitbox to JA. Oh my god. Anything to her assist? Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, they decreased the startup frames on all of her assists.
I'm gonna be not serious a little bit.
They also equalized the active time of all of her power charges regardless of the level, and they increased the damage scaling of each level. That's actually a nerf. That's hilarious. And they increased the damage scaling of each level. That's actually a nerf. That's hilarious. Pre-patch Akihiko, I definitely think he was viable. I want to say he definitely was like, he was a viable character. Pre-patch Akihiko, I mean. Like where Akihiko was at, I think all of the brawlers, all of the viable brawlers, Aki, Yang, and Azrael, they all belonged on the same line if you were to make a tier list. Like wherever one was at, the other two was at for different reasons. Like Azrael just invalidated zoning. Akihiko could handle neutral the best.
Are we doing this?
And Yang is just guessies. So wherever you say Azrael is pre-patch, Akihiko was at. So that's how I feel. I definitely think he was viable. He's just really fucking hard. And post-patch Akihiko is really, really good. I'm not gonna jump the gun like everyone else and think he's gonna be like a god king, but because he's still Akihiko, like at its core, so he's gonna still have some issues and still gonna be hard. But he definitely has much more tools to hang in neutral. Like I said a bunch earlier, a lot of matchups are gonna shift for the better. Like Mitsuru is probably favorable now, or like at worst 5/5. They increased the blowback of Herculean Strike, of Herculean Strike. So higher. I think Chie being less focused on gimmicky gimmicky power charge shit is good. You think so? Yeah, I mean, if you want, you from like anyone, everybody at like 1 point. So I can't stop you. What got changed with her? Oh boy. Since I'm here, they decreased the startup on her 5A, 4A, 5B, and 2C. They decreased the recovery on her dash cancel, which is that, I assume. It's the only thing popping up. Decrease the blowback height on her 2C, so he doesn't go as high. Increase the hitbox on her 5A. So it might cross up, I feel. I feel like she can probably cross up with 5A now. I definitely feel like that's the hitbox buff. Smart combo, second hit in midair. They buffed like 70 of her buttons. Yeah, she just got button buffs so far from what I've seen. Enlarge the hitbox and active frames of her second. Okay, that got a hitbox buff and the active frames increased. JB enlarged it. They increased the hitbox and her box, but increased the active frames. JC increased startup, increased additional pullration so it's slightly worse in the combo, increased frame advantage, increased the hitbox, changed the movement of the persona. So Tomoe's movement arc changes then? She might have fuzzy. She could be. She could honestly. Like, she's a really fast character, so. No, I'm not so bad at this.
Weak. Nice try. Weak. 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 Weak.
Her JC leads to better Oki, you said? Change the movement of the persona for her JC. Lower the precision of the persona so it goes lower. Move must now perform the final hit before summoning the persona. Excuse me. When Chie no longer freezes on its hit stop when Tomoe hits. So does that mean she's just literally she's literally still moving? Why am I so bad at this? If I got that right, she no longer moves with the hit stop on its hit stop. Because if she doesn't stop moving, that's actually really ridiculous for Oki. Hyper counter, increase frame advantage on hit, decrease blowback height on hit, increase invulnerability time on hit, move no longer counter hits once the active frames expires, decrease the landing. So I want to know how they affected the invul, because I know I had the funniest interaction against Chie one time. I'm sure you already know where I'm going with this.
Get ready.
Hang on, if I can get it right.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, unsafe on hit. That's hilarious. Yeah. I don't know, it was something that happened once, and I thought it was really funny.
Are you scared?
Are we doing this?
Everyone knows what Gordo's nerfs are. He got nerfed. Rip Gordo. He's no longer God. Team Scythe is dead. Steve isn't playing cross tag anymore. They increased the recovery frames of God Hand and increased the knockdown time. Yeah, I think me personally, I still think Gordo's gonna be like good, but definitely not top tier anymore. He's for sure not top tier. He's definitely not like bottom though, or unviable. But he for sure got nerfed. Let me go over them again.
Are we doing this?
Are you scared?
While Gordo's here. Move no longer grant. Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, but I really feel like the system nerfs that they gave that existed that really made Gordo strong made him like OD. So what hurts him in the system changes? They hurt him, yeah.
Are we doing this?
But it's not in the sense that he's no longer going to exist. It's just stuff that like damages him, but in the long run, his design as a character is still gonna keep him going. Just he's for sure not gonna be top tier or high tier for that matter. 5P without broken hitbox is whatever IMO.
Are we doing this?
Like, I just don't think Gordo's like game breaking anymore. I still think he's gonna be like fine, just much harder. Like you can't just shut off your brain playing Gordo now. Or a better phrase, Gordo can't be used as a function anymore. They nerfed functions in this in the patch, unless your name is Hyde, because they buffed Hyde for some reason. Shit, I'm tired. It's 9 o'clock. All right, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm getting tired. I have work in the morning.
Are you scared?
Nerf twist buttons is weird. Yeah, for sure. I didn't really play Gordo that seriously though, so I mean the nerfs he got is super whatever to me. I didn't really play Gordo that seriously though. Oh, they nerfed his incoming too. That's funny. It no longer hits the opponent above a certain height. That means you can probably cross him up better on incoming instead of having to commit just like doing that weird double jump shit versus Gordo. That's pretty neat. Yeah, he definitely deserved that. I definitely did not like how this man had just a free incoming 80% of the time. Like everyone else has to take an incoming mix and Gordo just comes in and says get down. I definitely hated that. I'm definitely glad it got nerfed. That was just, having that strength was just uncalled for, straight up. But yeah,
Are we doing
I'm gonna end the stream. It's been real. You guys know where to find me on Twitter. I exist on Discord as well. Thanks for watching.
Are you scared?